The movie Anaconda begins by introducing two childhood friends, Griff and Doug, who are now well into adulthood and quietly struggling with the reality of their lives. Once full of ambition and excitement, both of them now feel stuck. Their daily routine has become repetitive, their jobs feel meaningless, and the passion they once had for life seems to have faded away. Despite everything, their friendship has survived the years, and the one thing that still connects them deeply is their shared love for old adventure movies. Among all those films, Anaconda holds a special place for them because it reminds them of a simpler time when danger existed only on a screen, and excitement felt limitless. Their conversations often drift toward nostalgia. They talk about how life used to feel larger than reality, how dreams felt possible, and how adventure once meant something real to them. Slowly, without realizing it, this nostalgia turns into obsession. They start wondering what it would feel like to experience something truly wild again, something that could make them feel alive. What begins as casual talk soon pushes them toward an impulsive decision, and before either of them fully understands the consequences, they find themselves leaving their ordinary lives behind and traveling toward a remote tropical jungle. At first, the journey feels refreshing. The change of scenery alone gives them a sense of freedom. The jungle looks stunning, filled with endless greenery, thick trees, and unfamiliar sounds. The group treats the entire experience lightly, laughing and joking as if they are on a vacation rather than entering a dangerous environment. Griff appears excited and optimistic, while Doug shows moments of hesitation but goes along with it anyway, trusting his friend and hoping this adventure will bring back something they have both lost. As days pass, the atmosphere slowly shifts. The jungle begins to feel less welcoming. Nights grow louder with strange sounds echoing through the trees, and the darkness feels deeper than anything they have experienced before. Small details begin to stand out. The paths seem confusing, the air feels heavy, and there is an unsettling feeling that something unseen is always nearby. Even during daylight, the jungle feels unpredictable, as if it has its own rules that humans are not meant to understand. The first real sense of fear arrives quietly. Something goes missing. No one knows how or why, and while some try to laugh it off, the tension becomes noticeable. The jungle no longer feels like a background, it feels like a presence. Griff continues to act confident, refusing to accept that they may be in real danger, while Doug becomes increasingly uneasy. He senses that this experience is no longer about fun or nostalgia, but about survival. The moment everything changes comes suddenly. Without warning, the massive anaconda reveals itself. The snake is far larger than anything they imagined, moving with terrifying speed and power. The shock of seeing such a creature up close is overwhelming. Panic spreads instantly, and fear takes control of everyone. The jungle that once looked beautiful now feels like a trap with no clear escape. From this point onward, the movie shifts into a relentless survival story. The anaconda appears without pattern, striking quickly and disappearing just as fast. Each encounter leaves the group more terrified and exhausted. Injuries begin to pile up, and the realization sets in that this creature is not simply defending its territory, but actively hunting. The jungle feels alive, as if it is working alongside the snake, cutting off paths and isolating them further. Griff and Doug are pushed to their emotional limits. Griff, who once believed this adventure would fix everything, is forced to confront his own recklessness. Doug, who followed out of loyalty, struggles with fear and regret. Their friendship is tested as guilt and blame silently build between them. They both realize that their desire to relive the past has placed everyone in danger, and there is no way to undo the choice they made. The anaconda continues to dominate the jungle, turning every moment into a fight against panic. The group's fear becomes constant, leaving no room for rest. Sleep is nearly impossible, and the sound of rustling leaves or snapping branches instantly triggers terror. Every shadow looks like death waiting to strike. The jungle no longer feels neutral, it feels hostile and unforgiving. As the situation worsens, desperation takes over. The characters are no longer thinking about adventure or excitement. Every step forward is taken with fear, and every moment alive feels uncertain. Griff and Doug begin to understand how fragile life truly is when stripped of comfort and safety. The experience humbles them in a way nothing else ever has. The final phase of the movie is intense and chaotic. The anaconda becomes more aggressive, leading to the most dangerous encounters yet. Fear, exhaustion, and desperation collide as the group struggles to stay alive. The jungle erupts into chaos, with movement, noise, and confusion filling every second. Griff and Doug are forced to act together, setting aside their differences and relying on their bond to survive. Eventually, through a combination of luck and sheer willpower, they manage to escape the jungle. The moment they reach safety feels unreal, as if waking from a nightmare that lasted too too long. The silence that follows is heavy, filled with shock and reflection rather than relief. They have survived, but they are no longer the same people who entered the jungle. In the end, the movie closes on a quiet and reflective note. Griff and Doug return to their normal lives, but everything feels different now. They have faced real danger, real fear, and real consequences. The experience teaches them that chasing the past can be just as dangerous as running from the future. Adventure is no longer a fantasy to them, but a reminder of how precious life truly is. The Anaconda remains behind in the jungle, ruling its world as it always has, while Griff and Doug carry the weight of their experience forever. The movie leaves the audience with a simple but powerful message. Some dreams are better admired from a distance, and some adventures are meant to stay on the screen, not lived in reality.